Hey, welcome to a new episode of Murray Chat. I'm filming this in between the big Infinity Gaming Podcast, episode 5, which is in the works. And this is the Sony PlayStation Showcase recap highlights. Now, hopefully you've been following me over on Twitter at Sean Murray and J, because I was streaming it. I was hosting in the chat there, and I was tweeting all the up-to-the-minute updates. Even Wario couldn't keep up with me, that big goof. I was pretty on it, and people were even saying to me, "Oh my God, Sean, you're so amazing and handsome." So, I got a lot to say. Now, if you've been following me, you kind of know where my head's at. I've been talking to a lot of people, and we've been chit-chatting. And it was just, there's some people out there that absolutely hated this showcase. Now, come on. Now, the reason is because, a couple reasons. First of all, it's a showcase, right? It's not a state of play. A showcase is what's known for, as far as Sony, is your big blowout show. There's no E3 this year. Everybody's stepping up. Microsoft's going to have their showcase. They're going to show off Starfield, and among other things. Nintendo, they do their own thing. They'll probably have some big direct. But this was Sony's spot in the spotlight. A showcase. Basically, bring your big guns out. It's time to show what you got. Stop messing around. Stop saying, "Oh, we'll show it next time. Stay tuned." No. This is it. Show it now. They had thousands of people like 5, 6, 7 hours before the thing started, like lining up. And a lot of people, there was a lot of leaks, but people were excited to hear what they wanted to hear. So, a lot of people got a problem with a lot that was shown or a lot that wasn't shown. I thought what was shown was pretty decent. You can tell from my reactions over at Sean Murray and Jay over on Twitter. I was excited. Some stuff really got me. And some stuff was like, nah. Basically, this should have been none of that. It should have been none of the nah. It should have been no filler, all killer. Like this coffee. Jesus. Let's get into it. We'll talk as we go. So, Haven showed off their new game, Fair Game Money. I thought that this was, when it started, I basically thought that this was Watch Dogs. It was like a Watch Dogs like vibes to it. I liked it. It was interesting. Jim Ryan got on with his beautiful face, his horse face, and he gave a little intro, and he said, get ready. Helldivers 2 was shown. Now, remember, PlayStation's putting a big push on live service games. They acquired Bungie, and they were known more as, the single-player experience. Sony's dipping their toes into this to see if it's going to pan out or not. You'll notice during this showcase that that's exactly what they did. Another thing, guys, please excuse my horrible voice but beautiful face. I'm getting hit again second round over here in Jersey with these horrible allergies. I said, what, if I don't film this now, I'm never going to have a voice soon. I can feel it coming. It happens to me all the time. My birthday bash was yesterday. It was awesome. I took the day off. Terrible. All right, so they showed Helldivers 2. It looked good. Now I'm gonna skip some stuff on here. I'm just gonna tell you the stuff that stood out to me. I'm not gonna do this verbatim. You could get all other regurgitated channels to do that. You can get a list. I think they said 37 something titles and movie trailers were shown. Immortals of Avium. This actually looked really good. All right, Ghost Runner 2. Big fan of Ghost Runner, and this looked absolutely amazing. People were saying, I don't think it was good enough to show at a showcase. But when it's compared to what else was shown here, it wasn't that bad. I mean, there was indies, which is always good. Indies rock. I always think that they should have Microsoft does, that indies at Xbox, ID at Xbox. They should do with Sony and just have your AAA big ones for the showcase. Remember, this is a showcase, not a state of play. But not bad. Not bad at all. All right, Phantom Blade Zero. I put a couple stars next to this. This looks absolutely stunning. Now listen, what I would do is, if I was you, is check these trailers out. Check them out in 4K. What I do is, after the horrible stream quality that IGN outputs, I never watch streams at IGN, by the way. They don't know what they're doing. They have a video production team that doesn't know what they're doing. So I jumped to another, I actually, what I did was I went right to Sony, and they had it nice and clear. But then afterwards, I go back once they're uploaded in 4K, and I watch the intended quality of each trailer. Phantom Blade Zero? I put a whole mess of stars next to this one. Sword of the Sea was like an indie game, looked really cool. This is the one that I thought was Journey. Yeah. I mean, first I thought it was Journey 2. Like a Abzu Journey kind of vibe. Looked really awesome. He was in the desert on his sword. I'm going to be checking this out day one. So there's an indie that looked really good. Neva, I put in parentheses, very sad. Yeah, I was crying. I wasn't crying, but I was thinking about something else. And that was sad. Puppies, I think. And I went and I took a coffee break, and then I was thinking more about Neva. Hey, listen, I'm an indie guy, and I got a lot of indie people. All right? I'm looking at you, Sarah. And, indies are good. This looks interesting. This has my attention. I love the art style. These developers are really something. All right, Foam Stars. Let's talk about the big giant hippo in the room. My God, I never saw a game get so much hate. The freaking game ain't even out yet. I think this is a 2024. Okay, think Splatoon comes to the PlayStation platform. Now listen, I'm a big fan of Splatoon. I love Splatoon. Foam Stars, baby. Now, I'm going to be checking this out. It looks very crazy. I do agree with the people. They said it looks very noisy, like very busy. But here's the thing. They already got it dead in the water. They said this game is dead. The fucking game ain't even out yet, bro. All right, let it come out. Oh, well, look at this game that came out. Look at this game that came out. Look at this game that came out. It ain't going to survive. It's dead. Okay, but the game's not out yet. Give the freaking game a chance. There's one thing about me. Even if I have an idea of how a game is going to go, I don't say shit like that. I give every game a chance to perform. I remember the early days of Fortnite where people called that a stupid, dumb game that's going to die quick. Okay? So, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Now, it's going to be a game that in a week or two, it's going to be hyped up and then it's going to die. Very possible. But let happen what happens. It might develop its own fan base. There's this idiot out there. I call him Bill from the Nerd Nest. First of all, I'm not a fan. I used to be. He used to be a host with this guy Lloyd. The day this guy left, the show went downhill, and I have a feeling that he's going to jump ship, and he's not even going to have a Steam Deck show no more. Now he's going to have a freaking, what is it called? Can't think of whatever it is, but whatever it is that he's freaking buying now. He's got one track mind, this guy. Anyway, he goes, he goes, I would love to have a Splatoon-like game come to the PlayStation. That would be really cool to have a Splatoon-like game. But anyway, this game's dead, so this game ain't it. Huh? So, wait a minute. You want a Splatoon-like game to come to the platform. Okay, it's coming. But not this one, because this one's dead already. Okay? It's not out yet. Whatever. Yeah, you do your thing. I'm going to wait and see and play it myself. Some people are saying it looks like Fortnite. It looks like something that's going to have microtransactions. Sure. Yeah, especially if it's going to be free to play. Of course it is. It's going to be cosmetics. Dumbass. How do you think it survives? All right. That's enough of Foam Stars. You can be sure to watch it here on Mary and JOA. We'll make our own decision. We'll make our own judgment. Teardown coming this year. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so here's the big one that got me. I was like, whoa. Metal Gear Solid. Now, it was rumored the Snake Eater remake looks fucking amazing. No actual gameplay. But, all right. And then they showed a actual collection coming. An untouched collection. Volume 1, which means there's going to be more. The first 3, including Snake Eater, Sons of Liberty, the first 3 Metal Gears. So, wow. Awesome. So, definitely going to be checking all that out. And if you're a Metal Gear fan, this definitely all made your day. But again, Snake Eater, can't wait to see that game. All right, they showed a decent Final Fantasy 16 trailer. Listen, I didn't pay too much attention. I'm sold. I saw that whole gameplay presentation the other day. I'm sold. My copy's ready to come. It's, what is it, June 22nd? I'm ready to play it. All right? We've seen enough. Get the game out. All right, here we go. This is the highlight of my show here. Well, one of them. Alan Wake 2. Pre-order now. Whoa. This game real, like, I was like waiting for Alan Wake 2. No, now I'm freaking right there. Now I really am waiting for Alan Wake 2. This shit looks good, son. So yeah, I was tweeting about this. I was hyped. Jumping ahead here, one of my highlights, Assassin's Creed Mirage coming in October. Okay. This game looks like a throwback to the very first game, which is good. This looks incredible. I even put that during the tweet. This looks like a real true return to Assassin's Creed, but the visuals and everything look fantastic. I am on board. This is the first time I've been that excited. I love Valhalla. But Valhalla is so massive and huge. It's like I constantly go back to it. This game looks great. I just got, what did I get? Origins and Odyssey on the Steam Deck. So I'm going to be playing that in handheld. But yeah, Mirage looks beautiful. New Grand Blue Fantasy coming winter. Yeah, that looked good. All right, final Street Fighter 6. What was it? Your Story trailer? Hey, listen, man, I'm sold. I got my collector's edition. It's coming. I played the betas. I got the demo installed on the Steam Deck. I got it coming for PlayStation 6. I got it coming for Steam Deck. A PlayStation 6. PlayStation 5. I'm ready for Street Fighter. You don't have to show me nothing. I'm ready, man. I'm pumped up for Street Fighter 6. You know what? This is the year. This is the year of the fighting games. The blood fighting games. You got Tekken 8. You got Mortal Kombat 1 reboot, whatever they're calling it. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Revenant Hill, oh my God, by the Glory Society. Man, Rebecca, come on, get ready. Does this look nuts or what? Trying to get those guys to come on the show. Another indie that looks incredible. Ultros, coming out in 2024, so we got some more 2024 announcements. Already building up that list. Dragon's Dogma 2 looked great. Okay, now here's what we've been waiting for. Hey, it's a showcase, right? This is when you have a chance to really, really boost your PSVR 2. Did they do it? Well, I don't think if you weren't already convinced, I don't think you're going to leave your seat and buy one. You might, but that doesn't mean that this wasn't a good showcase for the PSVR 2. I think it could have been a lot better, and I don't think there was enough shown. But what was shown was very good. Starting off with a banger, which we knew about, the Resident Evil 4 remake, PSVR 2 mode, in development. So I don't think that's coming out this year. It's in development. They've been saying that, but what they showed was incredible. If you know anything about 7 or Village, they look great in VR. It's like these games are made for VR. So I'm interested to see what they do with Resident Evil 4. They definitely got a great VR team working at Capcom. I'll be getting it. It's definitely will be on my headset. And then they showed off Crossfire Sierra Squad. I'm getting this day one. This got my attention. Here's another game that really got my attention. Synapse. It's coming out July 4th. This game looks absolutely incredible. This game looks like a game you need to own in VR. And of course, Beat Saber, they were showing off the Queen Pack. But again, Beat Saber, I got it on MetaQuest 2. So, but if you don't have a MetaQuest 2, you only got the VR. There you go. Bungie. All right, so here we go. This was the highlight for me. What's aside from, okay, let's jump the gun. Destiny, right? They showed off the last chapter of Destiny 2. Cade 6 is back. Biatch! But what's Bungie been working on other than Destiny? What's the new IP? It's called Marathon. And don't know much about it from what was shown, but it looks absolutely incredible. I'm going to be playing it. Is this the direction that Bungie is going to be focusing on? Or is this like what you're going to get before Destiny 3? Is this going to take over Destiny? Is Marathon going to be their full-on, live service? This is what we're doing now? Are they going to juggle these franchises? I don't know, but Marathon looks absolutely incredible. Watch the trailer. I want to know more about that game. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back and watch that trailer again. Concord, coming in 2024, Gran Turismo movie. I am excited about the Gran Turismo movie. I am, but you took up a few minutes of your time here. You know how your players are, especially Sony. They don't want movie trailers, and they don't want to see mobile apps. They want AAA and good indies and everything else in between, back to back to back. The one thing I think that the journalists are upset with this showcase is the pacing. Also, what I believe is that you have to have what's called a spine. You have to start with a huge banger. You have to have a middle banger, and you have to end with a banger. I believe they got 2 out of 3, and as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But I don't think they had the opener. So they could have improved on that. But yeah, pacing. So that slowed everything down with the movie trailer. It was a time to use the bathroom. They showed off, what was that one game? Something cat sailing. Cat Quest. What's next? Parrot Quest. The Talos Principle 2. That looked pretty good. Then there was an outro by Jim Ryan. Project Q, which was originally rumored, announced a wirelessly streaming device, and earbuds were shown. So basically, this is an okay. It doesn't have any guts. It doesn't run on its own. You can't just take it with you like a Steam Deck or a Vita. It's the DualShock controllers with haptic feedback and all that. It's an 8-inch LCD screen that will stream over Wi-Fi your PlayStation 5 games. I think it's cool. The only thing about this device, and I'm interested to find out more, and it's coming in a few months, it's coming this year, is price. Now, everybody's saying what the price should be. The price should not be a lot, but the problem is we're dealing with Sony here. You got those DualShocks in there, the DualSense. This product definitely should be no more than 200, and I think 200's enough, more than too much. I think it should be 149. This is a streaming device. This is almost like a monitor with a controller. It looks like a backbone. If you took your phone and put it on a backbone, this should be around 149 to 169, no higher. No higher, it's a no-go. The other thing is why does Sony keep doing this? Why does Sony keep coming out with a piece of hardware, slowly stop supporting it after a few weeks, and come up with a new piece of hardware? Instead of focusing on your PlayStation VR 2, now you got this. And it would be fine to have both if you support both. I guess there's nothing really to support with this. It's not like it's got its own games. It's a streaming device, so that's fine. But please keep focusing on VR. VR has a lot of potential, but you have to want to dedicate it to it. And you obviously do because you just put out a new headset. The problem is that the developers have to be willing to take a shot on it, and they have to be willing to burn money. You know what I mean? Like Gorilla did with Horizon. You have to be willing to, have a VR mode in your existing game or come up with a dedicated, IP or a dedicated game like Call of the Mountain to PSVR 2. You have to burn money basically and take a chance. That's the only way that you're going to get a response. And, it could go either way. I think that there's a lot of potential, especially with the PSVR 2. The titles that are on it are amazing. And multi-platform and all that, and MetaQuest 2, and that's fine. You got to have that, but you got to definitely have your exclusives, a reason to buy the system. And then you can always mess around with your streaming handheld. But this handheld cannot be expensive. It's not a Steam Deck. It's not a Switch. It's not a Vita 2. It's a streaming device, and you know what? I think it's cool. If I don't want to eat up hard drive space on my Steam Deck and I'm just right here in the room and I want to play God of War Ragnarok or something, that's great. I think it's a great device, but it has to be priced correctly. And then the banger that they outroed with was Spider-Man 2, fall 2023. No exact release date, but they showed a good amount, and people were complaining. The game is not finished yet. The graphics are usually the last thing they work on. People don't understand what they're talking about. I was impressed with this, and I cannot wait for Spider-Man 2. I was hyped before, but now I'm hyped even more. So what do I think overall? This was a 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't bad. I just think that this was your opportunity. Now, what do you think the holdup was? The holdup is Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest. We already know that Mortal Kombat is going to be shown. Okay? They dropped the bomb here. Oh my God, Last of Us Factions wasn't shown, the multiplayer mode. Listen, I have a feeling that this is all going to be shown at Summer Games Fest. Because this is basically the E3 now. This is what took over. Jeff Keighley basically said it in a roundabout way by his snarky tweets. Oh, speaking of snarky tweets, how about Microsoft? Now, Phil Spencer's a class act guy. He always congratulates the other team, and he did. He congratulated Sony. But then Microsoft put out a tweet of all the games that were shown, all the third party that, yes, they're on and coming to Microsoft Game Pass or Microsoft Experience. Wow, that was slick. You got to kick them when they're going down. You got to get them good, especially after that whole goofy kind of funny interview with Phil Spencer and that whole Redfall thing. That was a smart move. I liked that style. That was good. You know what? Listen, here's the thing. I don't know what happened to gaming, but, nobody wants competition no more. Everybody wants everything on every console. Oh, the players shouldn't have a choice what to buy. Nah. That's what makes competition. That's why you have 3 systems, okay? That's what makes a company. It's a business, all right? You want competition to make the other competitor make better products. When I was growing up, the best part of gaming was Sony. Sega and Nintendo going at it, man, making commercials against each other. It was like politics back then, but you got great products. You got great games. I read the comments and they're like, oh, this shouldn't be, we should get everything, everything should come to PlayStation, everything, I don't know why Microsoft want. What are you talking about? This is gaming. Okay? So, overall, 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to talk about this still on my Gaming Infinity podcast, but I wanted to do this on Merry Chat here because everybody wanted to know my reaction to this and my impressions, and that's where I'm at. Like I said, Summer Games Fest, I'm sure Jeff Keighley's holding out on all this. Maybe more PSVR 2, I'm hoping. Last of Us 2 on PS5, Last of Us 3 they're making. Who knows? But I think a lot was held here because of that Games Fest, because of that Summer Games Fest. We shall see. We shall see. Hopefully it's a lot of Sony news. Bloodborne. I mean, I know everybody's saying Bloodborne 2. At least a freaking maybe PC port or a freaking remaster on PS5. Come on, something. Blue Point, where you at? All right, guys. That's it. Murray Chat. Thank you. Take care. Rock on, guys. I gotta get my voice back.